Hi, in this video I'm going to cover the interface a little bit in detail. Okay, so let's start from this menu bar. So this is my menu bar as you saw in the last lesson, and in this menu bar we can see there are a lot of menus, and some of the menus can be changed or they are dependent on this area. So now it's set to modeling here. This is called menu selector. If you click here, you will get a drop down here. Let's say I choose rigging, and you can see the menu bar has been changed a little bit. So now it's showing some of the rigging menus. So some of menus are still there. Those are called common menus like file, edit, create. The menus has the common functions for any kind of task. So make sure you choose the appropriate menu set from here. So obviously we are going to do modeling, so we are going to choose this one, modeling, so that we can access all the modeling menus here. Okay, so make sure this is set to modeling, and then there's a little trick. If you want to hide the menu bar, you can just press Ctrl and M to hide it. Okay, you can just hide it through Ctrl M, and then the status line. So again, there are a lot of options. We just covered this one, the menu selector. Then you can see some of the very common tasks like new scene, open scene, save, undo and redo things. You can do it from here, and there are a lot of other options. So I'm not gonna cover like each and every tools here. So like this section is snapping section, and this area is rendering section. You can just click here and it will render the viewport. Now we don't have anything back there. So this is the render area, and this is this area is the snapping area. We can just click here, and when you move something it will snap. Okay, and you can see there are some small lines here, vertical lines like this. These are like divided groups. If you see something, some line has little triangle, that means there are something hidden there. So you can just click on that line, and now it's expand this area. So like that you can hide any segments or any groove if you don't use that. Let's say I don't use rendering, I can just click on the left line to the rendering groove here, and it will like collapse there. So these are some like thing. If you don't see anything, let's say you cannot see snapping things here, but I have all those things here, make sure there isn't anything which has that triangle. If that is there, just click there and check whether it's there or not. Okay, so make sure you have everything here, and at the right to the status line you can see there are 5 options here, and now this option is selected, which is modeling toolkit. And again I'll come back to here, and let's say I want channel box and layer editor. That's the last one. I click here. Now it comes here. I can just drag, and now my interface is locked. So let's click on this little key lock icon to unlock it. When it's not blue, that's unlock. Now I can drag and I can put here. Now you can see I have, if I drag it here, I have 3 things there. Let's say I don't want attribute editor, I can turn off that. Now I have modeling toolkit and the channel box layer editor. So I'm going to use these things a lot, so I'm going to save this workspace as my own workspace. So we can go to here and we can save current workspace as, click here. So let's say modeling standard mine, let's add something there. Let's add mine. Okay, you'll get it here. Now we have 2 modeling standard. One is the default Maya modeling standard, and the other one is our created one here, modeling standard mine. So modeling toolkit, channel box, layer editor. Okay, so yeah, then the self. In the self you can see there are a lot of selves. The polygon modeling self is now active. We can select any self, and you can see the contents is being like dependent on the selected self. So by default it's poly modeling self. Inside every self you can see this again, these lines again divide all those contents into different groups. Like the first group here is polygon primitives, and then there are some other polygon primitives like things here. And when you see a little triangle, that means if you just, let me delete it, if you just right click there, you can get other options inside hidden there. And there are a lot of groups like UV unwrapping groups here, and this whole section is Maya modeling tools. So this is primitive, tools, and UV unwrapping. Okay, even you can create your own self if you want to. You can go to this symbol, click here and go to new self. It will ask you, you can give any name, let's say modeling, and let's say okay. Now you have an empty self, and you can put any tools, and you can create your own self which has your needed tools or thing. Let's say I want something from the menu to here. Let's say I want extrude. So extrude is a very often frequently used tools. So let's say I want to bring this. So do one thing, just hold Control Shift and click here. When you hold Control Shift then click, it comes to the active self. Make sure your self is the active one before you Control Shift and click. So you can go to any menu and you can bring that option. Let's say I am going to use center pivot a lot, so let's bring that. And I'm going to use freeze transformations, so let's use that. So like this you can create your own self. Okay, then let's go to the toolbox area. Here the left, the toolbox, again we can see there are two categories. This top area is the toolbox main tools area. It's not main tools, these are very unique tools, you can't find them anywhere else. So this is the select tool, lasso select tool, pen selection tool. These three tools are for selection. And then the move, rotate and scale, transformation tools. Okay, then here you can see layouts. Now we are in this layout. If I click here, now you can see my layout has been changed. So basically layout is a combination of different viewports in the workspace area. So this is my workspace area and I have different combination of viewport of views, like perspective, top, front, side. Okay, then if I click here, again the layout is changed. Now I have perspective with front. We don't have now 4 view. Okay, if you miss that 4 view, you can just click here. Okay, and the tool is highlighted in blue, that is the active tool. Okay, makes sense. When you click, it's got active. When you double click, you get the tool setting. Okay, when you double click on any of the tools here, you get the tool settings to adjust that tool. Close it. Again you can just click here as well. This second icon to the left here, this icon is also to bring the toolbox. Okay, then to the right we have modeling toolkit and channel box. So modeling toolkit has a interface which has some of the menu items here arranged to use quickly. You will get this menu. These are not any unique options. You can find these options inside the menu. Again, it is easy to select the tools from here, then going the menu and select it. So modeling toolkit is here, and again we can switch between channel box and modeling toolkit. So channel box is basically this area, and this area is layer editor. Now channel box is empty because we don't have anything selected. If I go to polygon modeling and click on any primitives, if I just left click, it will create it in here. And you can see now channel box is showing a lot of options here, the object name and its channels, the translate channels. If I move the object, you can see it shows the value, how much I have moved. Okay, if I put here 0 and enter, let's put 0 and enter, you can see the model moves back to the 0 area. and this is the 0 area, which is the origin area. Okay, so this is channel box, and this area is layer editor. Again, this is empty because we don't have any layer, or I have not created any layer. I can just select it and click on the last icon to create a layer with the selection. Now I can just click on this V to turn on off the visibility. Okay, so it's so easy. And this area is our workspace viewport. I'm going to cover this area in the next lesson a little bit in detail. So at the bottom here you can see the help line. Again, wherever I put the mouse you can see the tooltips, and this is my command line and feedback area. When you save or something, you can see the result here. Okay, so that's it for this lesson. In the next lesson we are going to see the viewport navigation techniques.